Here with Courtney Jurgens to preview the 2017 Concordia volleyball season. First off, I know when you look back at last year, it didn't meet the standard that the previous team had set, making it to the national tournament. But what did maybe you and some of the other returners learn from that season last year that'll help you going forward?
I think that we learned to accept diversity a little bit better, and we really learned to give it our all at every point and to really finish out every game and every match.
Now, you were voted as a team captain in the spring. What was your reaction to knowing that you had that kind of respect from your teammates?
I was very honored and very privileged to have that opportunity and have all those girls look up to me in the sense of a captain standpoint.
And last year's team was heavy with seniors, and significant part of kind of raising the profile of the program. How weird has it felt not having them here now?
It's definitely strange. They've been here the whole run that Coach Matera has been here, so it's definitely a new look to the Bulldog lineup.
Mm-hmm. So obviously you're working on establishing a new identity with this team, and every year is different. What would you like this team's identity to be and for it to be remembered for?
Oh goodness, I hope that we are remembered for our hard work. We have a lot of really good players, but I want to see more of our hearts come out and really come together and have that team unity that drives us forward instead of individual talents.
Mm-hmm. And this looks on paper like a team that could get a lot of contributions too from freshmen, from sophomores that have been in the program. As a senior, how do you show that kind of you embrace those younger players too?
You just have to open up your arms to them, especially the incoming freshmen, really make them feel at home and really make them all feel as one solid team instead of several groups.
Now, one thing that's new this year is the presence of a full-time assistant coach. What positives have you seen that Abby Pollard brings to the table?
We absolutely love Coach P. She has been so fantastic. She's very nitpicky and has something to say about every single play, and it is so great to have that constant feedback. She's been great.
I think it's pretty easy to make the case that last year wasn't maybe as bad as what the record might look like when you look at the strength of the conference and what the conference ended up accomplishing at the end of the year. How much do you enjoy that opportunity of really getting to compete against good teams all the time?
It's really good to always have, every time we have a GPAC game, half the teams are ranked, and it's good to always be pushing and never really have those easy off games because we're always working harder and harder for the next step and the next level.
And shifting away from volleyball a little bit, I know you went on a trip this summer. Can you talk about what the purpose of that trip was and kind of what you got out of it?
I studied abroad in Costa Rica for about 5 weeks. I took 2 classes there, health-based Spanish and then alternative health approaches. And I kind of went down there for more of the homeopathic side of medicine. And it was really interesting seeing all the different botanical uses and everything. We got to see a couple different gardens and an indigenous tribe. And it was just really interesting to learn about another field of medicine that isn't practiced as widely in the United States.
And I know your brother Cameron gets a lot of attention from local media. I mean, how sick are you of hearing about him?
You know, it's really hard being known as Cameron's sister, but we're still working with it. I'm proud of him. He's made a lot of accomplishments, but it gets a little old sometimes when he's got like 6 or 7 different huge packets in the mail every day from different colleges, but it's okay.
You're smarter than him.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I keep telling myself.
All right. Well, a little bit of a lightning round then. So who is the best athlete in your family?
Probably Cameron, sadly.
How are you going to give it to him that easy? Huh?
Yeah, he works so hard.
Who's your favorite team to root for, whether it's college or pro?
Hometown Husker. Got to go with the Huskers, any sport.
Famous athlete you'd most like to meet?
Probably Jordan Larson.
What's your favorite thing about growing up and living in Nebraska?
Just the small town feel, getting to be close to a lot of people, but still far enough away that you can just like enjoy the countryside and get all the little small town perks, like riding the four-wheeler around and going boating and just having a good time.
Funniest teammate?
Katie Funk.
If you had to eat at just one restaurant your whole life, the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh goodness, that's hard. I'd probably have to go with Olive Garden. I love the pasta all the time and good salads.
Who's the best concert that you've ever seen? Who put on the best show?
I went to Daniche at the Bourbon a couple years ago. Any concert at the Bourbon's a solid one.
What's the last movie you saw?
I just went and saw Girls Night with a couple friends. It's hilarious. Highly recommend.
If you were forced to sing karaoke, what would be your go-to song?
Anything Lone Star. I love Lone Star. Amazed. It's all good.
Dream job?
Oh man, probably a pharmacist.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve?
Slow walkers. I can't handle slow walkers. I'm always in a hurry.